All right, hello everyone. Today we're going to do a lesson on section 7.3, deductive reasoning. In 7.2, we've talked about inductive reasoning, which is when the question gives you a list of specific examples, and then you will get a general conclusion from those examples. So those examples will lead to a general conclusion, which is also called making a conjecture. Okay, so now deductive reasoning is a little different. Deductive reasoning is a method of drawing conclusion from facts that are already accepted as true. So the flow of logic for deductive reasoning starts from the more general and then lead to the more specific, which is the opposite of inductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning is from specific examples and then reach to a general conclusion. Yeah? Okay. So let's take a look at the example here. So first example, given the statement, draw a conclusion from the following arguments. Okay, so let's take a look at our statement here. Statement is a fact. Okay, so this fact here says all English teachers like to read. So let me draw a logic flow. So English teachers like to teachers. If someone is an English teacher, then they like to read. Okay? So the logic is if someone is an English teacher, then they like to read. So the argument then, first one, Sam does not like to read. Okay? If Sam does not like to read, then obviously he cannot be an English teacher because all English teachers like to read. So we can say that Sam is not an English teacher. Okay, the first one is not hard. And then let's look at the second one. Second one says Lisa likes to read. Okay, now our statement says all English teachers like to read. But did it say anything about the other way around? Did it say that if anyone likes to read, then they're an English teacher? It is not, right? So Sally likes to read. It doesn't, sorry, Sally. Lisa likes to read. It doesn't mean that Lisa is an English teacher. It means that Lisa could be an English teacher, but she could also have another career, right? She doesn't necessarily have to be a English teacher. So Lisa may or may not be an English teacher because our logic here didn't say anything about the other way around. Okay. All right, next example. The statement is a person must be at least 12 years of age in order to have a fishing license. So the logic here is if someone holds a fishing license, then they must be more than or equal to 12 years of age. Okay? Well, the logic goes this way. If someone has a fishing license, then they must be at least 12 years old. Did it say anything backwards? Did it say anything the other way around? Well, it didn't say anyone who is greater than 12 years old must have a fishing license, right? So let's take a look at our examples. First one, Sally has a fishing license. Well, having a fishing license, what does it lead to? It leads to the conclusion that this person is at least 12 years old, right? So we know if Sally has one, then Sally must be at least 12 years old. Okay, now let's look at the second question. Second question says Laura is 15 years old. Well, okay, Laura is greater than 12 years old. What next? Did it say anything about more than 12 years old? No, it did not. So we actually know nothing about Laura. She could or could not have a fishing license. So she may or may not have a fishing license. We don't know about. We don't know about anything. We don't know anything about her. So Laura may or may not have a fishing license. Okay, next one. Bill went fishing. Bill went fishing. What do we know? Well, we know nothing. Why is that? It didn't say Bill has a fishing license or not. It just says Bill went fishing. He could just go fishing without a license, or he could go fishing with someone, with his parents or guardian, right? It didn't say anything about fishing license, so we can't draw any conclusion from this argument. Okay, we know nothing about him. The last example, George is under 12 years old. Okay, we know anyone who is greater than 12 years old could have a fishing license. Now, if someone is less than 12 years old, then what do we know? We know that George does not have a fishing license. Because you have to be at least 12 to get one. If you're underage, then you don't have an opportunity to get one. Yeah? So we know for sure that he does not have a fishing license. Okay? All right. So we need to know the flow of the logic. If what, then what. And that will make your life a lot easier. Okay? If English teacher, then like to read. If having fishing license, then more than 12 years old. Okay? All right. So our homework today is listed up here. You guys can try these homework questions and let me know if you have any problems. And that's it for today.